When it comes up into the inside of the card, you'll notice that you have the templates up at the top for the front of the card and the inside of the card. We're going to do the front of the card first. So this whole image right here is going to go on the front of our card. And I'm going to go into my pictures to see what I have. The neat thing about the front of the card is that you could do a picture in itself and just drag it over, and it stretches it across the whole inside of the card. Or if you want to, you can use one of our templates that are already pre-designed. So if you do that, any template that you click on, it's already created, and you could just click on it and it would put that picture inside that template. Let's just, as an example, choose summer and click right here. You see how with one click it instantly will resize that picture, put the template around it, and then you could go ahead and type something on the front of the card. If I hit this button span, it's going to cover the whole card again. And you can center it by using this hand right in the center. Now, you notice how I have a text box down here that says click here to type your message. I'm going to go ahead and type a message right onto this card, and I'm going to say, way to go, Grandpa. Now you'll see that it's not showing up very well yet. I'm going to go ahead and highlight it, center that text. I'm going to click on the color wheel, and if you remember how you can click on more colors, it gives you a whole color wheel. Well, if you click right in the center, it's going to give you a white color. So now it's going to be a little bit easier to see. I'm going to make it bigger, and I'm even going to put it in a bold font right there. So you see how that stands out now on the front of my card. Now there are a lot of things called elements that I could put kind of behind that writing if I chose to, and just drag into the card, but for right now I'm just going to leave it as way to go, Grandpa. Now another nice thing you'll find is something called, at the bottom of all the elements, basic clip art. And there's something really fun about having animals and children thinking something by using these thought bubbles or voice bubbles. So just as an example, I'm going to go ahead and show you by dragging a clip art into the card. You can resize it, and then as soon as you see that X, drag it where you want it to go. And now you can see that these fish are thinking something. I think that this is one of the best things about send out cards. People absolutely love it when you have children and animals thinking something funny. So, and you'll notice that now the way you're going to write in the bubble is by clicking over here where it says add blank text item. You can resize that text box by moving in those blue squares, and as soon as you get the X, you're going to drag it where you want it to go, and now you can type in the box. Let's say this fish is saying, not too fun to me. Now you'll notice we're still in a white font. We're going to go back to a black font, make it a lot smaller. And move it inside the box. Let's make it a little bit smaller from here. So that's what this fish is thinking, and then this one could be thinking something else. So it's really, really fun to be able to add those thought bubbles and create almost a mood for an inanimate object. And once again, any text box can be in any font, any color, anything you want. Okay, now you'll notice that the top of the card, this is our front of our card, we're going to go to the inside of our card, and we can customize the inside as well. Now we're going to go back to our pictures and find a nice picture to use. Once again, this button that says span, if you hit that button, it's going to stretch that picture across the whole inside of your card. You can see what an impact that makes when someone opens up a greeting card and sees a picture across the whole inside. If this were a 3-panel card, it would go across all 3 panels just by hitting that button span. Or you can hit it again to make that picture go smaller again. So we're not going to do that, but you'll notice that if we did want to, we could write on the inside of the card and maybe even drag an element in so that we could write on top of it. Really fun to be able to use that button. But what we're going to do is pick a template so you can see how easy that is. So once again, I'm going to go back to my templates. I'm going to scroll down to one that I like. It's a bulletin board, and once again, the easy thing about just clicking on the one you want, it immediately puts that picture right inside. And once again, when you grab that hand, you can now center it to get it where you want it to go. Okay, and we could have put a caption under here or anything you want, but I'm going to go ahead on this side of the page and I'm going to say, "Dear Grandpa," whoops, we're centered, and I'm going to go ahead and left justify. Now you'll notice that you're going to highlight it just like we did before in our other tutorial. You can make it bigger. You could change the color for the inside, although that matches his hat, so we're going to leave that. And then you can even add a background. Let's say you don't want this to be all white. Once again, the elements are so much fun to be able to go and take any kind of background that you like, drag it into the card, swivel it around if you like, grab that X again, wait till you see that X appear, and then you can move it and stretch it. And now we have a nice background to that card. All of the different elements allow you to just drag things in. But for right now, we're going to go ahead and click Continue on the bottom right hand side. Now we come up to our shopping cart, and we can either add a gift to this order or continue to checkout. And we're going to go ahead and hit Go to Checkout. Now it comes up with the return address for this card, and your default address is already listed in here, so you can change that or add it to it if you want, or just click Next Step. Next, we have our recipient information, and you'll notice that we can either type someone's name and address in here if they're not in our contact manager and save them as a new contact, or if they're already in our contact manager, we can select from contacts. And there we go. I'm going to hit Next Step. Go ahead and hit Confirm and go to Payment. And we're going to go ahead and hit Send Card and Gift. Now this comes up to our confirmation screen where we can see our order history. And now we can go ahead and on the top left click on Main Menu to return to our main menu and send another card.